Hello and welcome again to RC Model Reviews after a long time no see. You've noticed that there haven't been a lot of videos going up because it's winter here, and as you can tell by this video, the lighting, I have to do all sorts of things to try and get the lighting working. See, there's all shadows everywhere, it's horrible. In this tiny pokey little home office. And this camera's a bit more sensitive to the lighting than the Panasonic was, but you do get a much better quality picture. So I've been playing around trying to get things sorted for these dull, dark, dim days. And hopefully I'm getting it roughly right. The backpack build videos, I've done the first one. The first time I've done it and it's come out looking really good. So I'm happy with that, and it's rendering on a computer over there now. And that's the first part of those backpack build videos. So watch out for those finally. At long last, they'll be here, be able to build them yourself. And I'll put a list up on the website where to get all the parts and stuff like that from Mouser, DigiKey, Element 14 RS components. So you'll be able to go to these places, go to the website, click on the link and go to the place where you can buy the parts. I may do a bulk buy for some of the bits because it'll work out a lot cheaper than if you have to buy them one at a time from these various companies. We'll wait and see what happens there. But anyway, on with the Not So weekly news. And first up, I bought another Ladybird. Look, I bought another Ladybird quad rotor. Why did I do that? Sounds a bit silly, doesn't it, when I've got a perfectly good one here that has given me an immense amount of joy and pleasure. Also the cats really love this. They think it's great. They try and catch it. And if you've ever played with a cat and a laser pointer, you'll know how much fun is to be had with one of these and a cat. It's really good. So on the very few days when we've had blue skies and not so windy weather, I've been outside teasing the cats, and on the rest of the time I've been flying inside. And so that's great. But I bought another one because, as I said when I did the review, I want to convert it to FPV. I want a FPV one of these things. And I got the bits to do it. I got a little board here that will step up the single battery voltage up to 5 volts to run the camera, because the single battery voltage is only 3.7. And speaking of batteries, I got some of these from Hobby King, and they're actually really good. These are the little Nanotech batteries for the Ladybird, 260 milliamps and 35 to 70 C or something, and they really work well, better than the originals. It flies longer and it's got more punch. So if you're buying a Ladybird, fork out 12 bucks and buy yourself 4 of these. You won't regret it. Really good investment. What else have I been doing? I've got some other stuff that's come into reviews, some FatShark. So I've got the new FatShark Classic Edition, I think they call it. I don't know, I haven't looked in the box yet. It's still sitting here to be opened. And the Classic Edition goes along with the earlier edition. You've got the Base and the Dominator and the Predator. Now I've got several sets of FatSharks now, so I'm going to line them up and compare them. So you can see, if you're looking to get some FPV glasses, then it's good if you can see the different options side by side, which is what I'll do for you and explain the pros and cons of each. And I use FatSharks. I prefer them to anything else that I've found in the market, certainly from a value perspective. So I'm hoping that the new one they've sent me is even better than the old ones I was using. And I've been using those for a long time now, and they just keep working. And they work really well. So I'll line that up for you shortly. Now there's the Hobby King turbine review. I've posted a video already, you've probably seen it, which shows you why that review has been slow coming, but finally all the oil and even the batteries that I ordered have arrived, so I'm all ready to test that turbine as soon as I nail it to the bench. Well, I'll be bolting it to the bench. I wouldn't nail it, it's a bit hard on the whole thing. So that'll be coming up soon, and again, the weather's going to play a factor in that. Weather will be an important component of when that review actually gets done. Now I've also found some older videos that I've done a while back, during the summer, when I was wearing a t-shirt rather than this thick heavy jacket, because it was warm then and it's freezing cold now. But there are things like a view of my hot wire foam cutter that I'm sure you might be interested in having a look at, and help you build your own if you want to. Other things on electric motors, ESCs. Now these were done with my standard def, my old Panasonic standard def camera, so the resolution, the quality of the video isn't that good, which is why I haven't posted them previously. But given the situation now with the midwinter conditions, I figure it's better that I post those and you have a look at them, then I don't post anything, because the information in them is still very good. It's just that the quality of the video is not so high. So you watch them and tell me what you think. They'll be going up pretty soon in the next day or so. Already rendered most of them up. What else was on my list of things that I had down here? Oh, I'm going to do another video very shortly talking about advertising, because as you know, these videos have ads either down here or run in front of the videos, and I need to talk about what you consider to be reasonable in terms of the amount of advertising. That's this whole separate video on its own. So if I look behind me, oh yes, the Devention 4 radio. Remember I did this, mentioned I was going to pull this apart when I reviewed the little Ladybird. Well, I couldn't get in the back because it had hex key wrenches. And I went out, I blew the entire month's RC Model Reviews budget on buying these. I can't tell you how expensive they were, incredibly expensive. So I bought these so now I can get the back off that radio, which I'll be doing in the next few minutes. When I've finished this video, I'll start ripping the back off that. But have a look inside, see how well these Walkera radios are made, because they're not super budget cheap. but they're certainly not as expensive as a brand name radio. So is it worth considering them if you're looking to buy a new radio? Well, this is only the 4-channel, but it'll give us probably an indication as to what we can expect with the more expensive radios. I'll put it on the bench too. We'll put on the spectrum analyzer just to see what it does. I have a feeling it's a multi-channel DSSS rather than a full frequency hopper, even though it says it hops frequencies in the instructions that came with the Ladybird. We'll find out. I'll tell you. You'll know. Then you'll be able to make your own mind up whether it's worth buying one. Has a quick look around. Can't see anything else that he's missed. Has a look at his list. No, that's it. Another Not So Weekly news. So stay tuned. This week, once I get my lighting sorted, I'll be doing a lot more videos from this table. Or if the weather improves, there'll be some from the workshop. So thank you for watching. Any comments, put them on the bottom of the video. Go to the RCModelReviews.com website, blah, blah, blah. You know the routine. And I thank you. I'll see you again very soon on RC Model Reviews.